as you saw in the video, and for many years, the global appeal has benefited from unwavering leadership and international advocacy. And we are honored to now hear from Mr. Yohei Sasakawa, the WHO Goodwill Ambassador for Leprosy Elimination, who quite frankly, his vision has brought this to life and shaped this initiative. Mr. Sasakawa, please. And please applaud him to the lectern, please.
Your Excellency, Mr. Takeshi Osuga, Ambassador of Japan, Dr. Muguerna Maruleke, President of Education International, Mr. Takeshi Kajiwara, Vice President of Education International, Ms. Pascal Barnich, General Manager of Damian Foundation, Excellencies, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, I am delighted to be delivering the 21st Global Appeal today, together with Education International, in partnership with Damian Foundation, calling for the elimination of leprosy and the discrimination associated with it. I understand that the message from Her Majesty Queen Mathilde will be read shortly, and I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Her Majesty for graciously providing her message. Her Majesty has shown a deep interest in the issue of leprosy. And earlier today, Her Majesty kindly hosted a round-table discussion, creating an opportunity to listen to the voices of persons affected by leprosy and to engage in meaningful dialogue with them. I wish to convey my deepest respect for Her Majesty's unwavering commitment to the elimination of discrimination against persons affected by leprosy. I believe that it is particularly meaningful that this year's global appeal is being issued from Belgium, the birthplace of Father Damien, the Catholic saint who devoted his life to people affected by leprosy. As you know, Father Damien dedicated his entire life on the island of Molokai in Hawaii, caring for persons affected by leprosy and to improving their living conditions. In Europe, including here Belgium, leprosy once spread widely during the Middle Ages, but now has been eliminated. Yet, in many regions of Africa, Southeast Asia, and South America, leprosy remains as an ongoing reality. For nearly 50 years, guided by my conviction that both problems and solutions are found in the field, I have worked alongside the leprosy communities and colonies in more than 120 countries to eliminate leprosy and the associated stigma and discrimination. as leprosy often shows no pain or fever in the early stages. Many patients delay seeking treatment until signs of disabilities appear. For this reason, I refer to leprosy as a silent disease. Today, however, it is fully curable and treatment is provided free of charge worldwide. Nevertheless, stigma and discrimination against persons affected by leprosy and their family members continue to persist, which have always regarded as a serious issue of human rights violation. The global appeal, first launched in 2006, was to bring this issue to the attention of the international community. Although the United Nations adopted by unanimous vote in 2010 a resolution calling for the elimination of discrimination against persons affected by leprosy and their family members, such discrimination sadly still remains deeply rooted around the world. It is in recognition of this reality that we continue to issue the global appeal in order to raise awareness and promote greater understanding of leprosy. This year, we place particularly emphasis on education for a clear reason. Discrimination related to leprosy excludes those individuals and their families affected by the disease from employment and education, thereby forcing them into poverty. That poverty, in turn, deprives the next generation of children of access to education, creating one of the most destructive cycles of discrimination. Even today, in many countries, children are denied their fundamental right to education solely because they themselves or a member of their family have been affected by the leprosy. That is why I believe that securing access to education is the key to breaking this cycle. Over the years, the Nippon Foundation and the Sasakawa Health Foundation have supported the independence of persons affected by leprosy, including their families, through scholarships and vocational training programs. Learning of this, His Holiness the Dalai Lama generously agreed to donate his book royalties, and this led to the creation of the Dalai Lama Sasakawa Scholarship. Through this initiative, children of persons affected by leprosy in India have gained access to higher education, empowering them to shape their own futures and becoming a sign of hope for the next generation. At the same time, education has another important role. It is to teach correct knowledge about leprosy in schools and so spread the understanding that discrimination is wrong. When teachers share accurate knowledge with children. Schools can become places where discrimination ends, not where it begins. Education gives people opportunities, and it also raises awareness. Only when both of these roles of education function together can we break the cycle of discrimination and poverty. For this reason, working together with Education International, which represent teachers and education professionals around the world, is indeed of great significance. Excellencies, distinguished guests, and colleagues, a world without leprosy and a world without discrimination is not an impossible dream. By having the power of education and by acting together with shared responsibility, let us work together to transform the impossible into possible. Thank you very much.